Vietnam, January 1967. The United States and its allies have dropped more bombs on this region than they did on Germany and Japan combined during World War II. Yet, the Viet Cong are safe. Hidden beneath the ground is a tunnel network that spans over 100 kilometers. Standing at a concealed entrance is Tommy Rivera. His mission is to crawl into the dark, avoid deadly traps, locate the central control room, and gather intelligence to stop the Viet Cong's next major attack. If he fails, hundreds of American soldiers will die. Tommy climbs into the narrow hole, covers the trapdoor with leaves, and seals himself inside. With a casualty rate of over 30%, most tunnel rats don't survive their second mission. Tommy is equipped with the standard-issue M1911 pistol, but in these tunnels, it's more of a liability than a weapon. The noise would deafen him, and the flash would blind him. Instead, he trusts his father's old World War II knife, quiet, reliable, and deadly in close combat.
Tommy doesn't know it yet, but he is getting very close to the first chamber. Based on his previous missions, he expects a specific layout. The Cu Chi tunnels typically have 3 levels. Tommy is currently in the first level. This shallow tier is where the Viet Cong can quickly hide or escape during a surface attack. The deeper he goes, the closer he gets to the main operations hub. This includes hospitals, sleeping chambers, and his target, the command center. At the very bottom lies the sanctuary, bomb shelters and water wells designed to withstand heavy airstrikes. Tommy creeps forward, taking short, shallow breaths to keep silent. The air is hot and stagnant. His nose picks up a faint smell of rusty metal. The first room is near. Suddenly, he spots something ahead. A thin bamboo trigger wire. Above in the ceiling is a small camouflage panel. Something is moving behind it. His heart races. Vietnam pit vipers.
Each tunnel system can hold more than 50 unique traps. Some explode, some impale, some release toxic gas. This one is biological. It is designed to drop a venomous snake directly onto the intruder, causing organ failure and internal bleeding. If Tommy touches the bamboo, the panel swings open and the snakes are released. Most soldiers would turn back, but Tommy can't. Thousands of lives depend on him finding the attack plans. He grips the dirt and starts to move. One elbow forward, then the next. He slides beneath the trigger. 3, 2, 1. He's clear. But these traps only get more deadly the deeper he goes. This is just the beginning. The narrow dirt tunnel curves to the left, then opens up. He's reached the first chamber. It is just 4 feet wide and 5 feet tall. This cramped design is intentional. Viet Cong soldiers averaged just 5'3" in height, while American soldiers stood around 5'9". That difference made it nearly impossible for most Americans to fit, let alone fight. But standing at 5'1", Tommy is perfect for this job.
He scans the room. Low wooden crates are stacked against the wall, holding ammunition, medical gear, and rice. Storage was frequently placed near the entrances, allowing the Viet Cong to restock or retreat faster during battle. He listens. Silence. Tommy pushes forward. The soil here contains high levels of clay and iron, which hardens like concrete when dry, preventing collapse. After several more minutes of crawling, he reaches a larger cavity. At the far end is a shallow pit, a kitchen housing a Hong Cam stove. Unlike the Americans who had supply chains stretching from aircraft carriers to the jungle, the Viet Cong had to scavenge or steal their food. To cook without suffocating, they built complex ventilation shafts disguised as termite mounds on the surface to disperse the smoke. But cooking is dangerous. Smoke gives away their position. They only cooked during the morning fog or heavy rain. Tommy squats down. The embers are still warm. Someone was just here. His pulse quickens. Back home, on the news, Tommy constantly heard about America's success, high body counts, and tactical victories. But down here, the reality feels different. The war is a stalemate.
The enemy isn't retreating. They are living beneath the boots of the U.S. Army.
There is no time to waste. Tommy hopes the next room will be the command center. He continues crawling. The ground begins to slope downward. He pauses. He knows exactly what that means. He's entering level 2. The deepest levels are where the secrets are hidden. Surgery bays, weapon workshops, and the command center. The air becomes thicker. Then he hears it. Movement. Tommy freezes. The sound echoes faintly down a tunnel to his right. Shuffling. A whisper of voices. They don't know he's here. Tommy clutches his knife. He waits, listening intensely. The sound starts to fade. False alarm. As he approaches the next room, he sees a glow of light. It's a hospital. A bed pressed against the wall, blood-stained bandages, and glass jars of medicine. In the corner is a bicycle-powered generator. This confirms he is in a major hub. Only significant bases had power for lights and radios. A faint tapping sound echoes through the chamber. Tommy goes still. They're digging.
Viet Cong soldiers dig constantly, expanding the network. They carry the dirt out in baskets to dump in rivers so American planes can't spot the fresh earth. The surface must be crawling with enemies. Tommy prays the rain outside doesn't stop, or his escape will be impossible. Medical rooms are usually next to command centers. He's close. The tunnel tightens again. Tommy claws forward, the walls pressing in on him until the path opens. He stops. This isn't a storage room. He flicks his flashlight on for a split second. It's the trap room. Most designs weren't meant to kill instantly, but to maim, to make soldiers fear every step. In the corner, a pile of punji stakes, bamboo sharpened to a needlepoint and smeared with infection-causing filth. He remembers the scream of a fellow soldier who fell onto these stakes last week. Nearby, a stack of tin cans. Inside are grenades rigged with tripwires, a reminder of death. Tommy cuts his light and presses forward into the dark. He reaches a fork. On his left, the echo of voices. Viet Cong. On his right, silence. But silence down here can mean a trap.
He chooses the right. He drags his body, testing the floor with his knife. No wire, no pressure plate. The tunnel opens slightly. He is safe for now. Ahead, lit by a faint lantern, is a large room reinforced with timber. Maps are pinned to the wall. This is his target, the command center. Tommy scans the area. No one is inside. He moves in low. The table holds an unfolded map. A red line stretches toward Saigon. Circles, arrows, targets. He realizes with horror that the Viet Cong have secured info about an upcoming American offensive. The very operation his friends are preparing for is walking into an ambush. If he doesn't get this back to base, his entire platoon will be wiped out. He grabs the documents. Suddenly, he hears noises, footsteps. Tommy presses his back against the wall, gripping his knife. A young Viet Cong soldier enters the room. Tommy strikes instantly. The man collapses silently. Tommy checks the body quickly, a reflex. He finds a small bag of rice and a folded piece of paper wrapped in plastic. It's a map of the tunnels. Tommy unfolds it. He spots a symbol near a surface exit. The word is scrawled in Vietnamese. Prisoner.
Tommy freezes. If someone is still alive down here, he can't leave them to die. The Americans have a code, no man left behind, but the Viet Cong often use prisoners as bait. Tommy tucks the map into his pocket and hides the body. The mission just got much more complicated. In less than 10 minutes, someone will find that body. Tommy has to move. Guided by the stolen map, he takes a hard turn down a new passage. The air grows colder. The floor angles sharply downward into level 3. As he rounds the bend, he hears breathing. That's when his elbow hits a string. Clang! A noise trap. A metal bell rings out in the darkness. They know. Tommy rushes into the room. A figure hangs from a bamboo pole. An American soldier, uniform shredded, face bloody. He lifts his head weakly. He is dehydrated and beaten, but alive. "Don't speak," Tommy whispers. He slices the ropes. The soldier falls, too weak to stand. Tommy grabs him. "We have to move."
Shouts erupt from the tunnel behind them. They've been spotted. Tommy checks the map. There's an exit nearby. He pulls the soldier along, dragging him through the dirt. The sounds of pursuit are getting louder. They reach a steep incline leading to a vertical shaft. Light leaks from above. "Climb!" Tommy pushes the soldier up the bamboo ladder. A gunshot booms in the tunnel. Dirt sprays the wall. Tommy fires 3 shots back into the dark with his .45. The noise deafening in the small space. They reach the top. A bamboo hatch blocks the way. It's locked. Tommy slams his shoulder into it. It cracks. He hits it again. It flies open. Sunlight floods in. They scramble out onto the jungle floor. They run. No cover. Just raw instinct. Behind them, Viet Cong soldiers spill out of the hatch, weapons raised. Bullets crackle through the trees. Tommy doesn't look back. Branches slice their faces.
Ahead, he sees purple smoke, a signal. The roar of a helicopter. They crash through the tree line as the bird touches down. They dive inside. As they lift off, Tommy looks down at the peaceful green jungle. They made it. The Vietnam War remains one of the most brutal conflicts in modern history. It lasted over 19 years and claimed millions of lives. Stories like Tommy Rivera's highlight individual heroism, but they also force a deeper question. What is the hero fighting for? Often, they fight for their country, but the machinery of war grinds on for years, driven by politics and profit, long after the public has turned against it. By 1968, 54% of Americans believed the war was a mistake, yet it continued for 7 more years. It is a pattern that repeats throughout history. The next time you see a war taking place, take a moment to think, is this war everything it is claimed to be?